Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ASM 2021. Right now, we are moving straight through to the Super Smash Bros. All Challenges Classic mode. But before we do, just a reminder, we are raising money for Beyond Blue this year, a charity working to raise awareness for mental health issues and reduce the stigma and the issues around these issues to help people achieve their best possible mental health. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com or hit !donate in the chat. And right now with me, I have Ara, and we're going to get started with the run. When you're ready, Ara, do you want to introduce yourself and the run?
Yeah, so, thank you, Boris. You've already done an excellent job introducing me. Yeah, so this is Super Smash Bros. All Challenges Classic mode. It's a bit of a word salad of a category name, but I'll show you what that means just in a second. I just need to mash through this DLC at the moment, which shouldn't take too long. So there's a bunch of DLC that's released for this game, and here it's just giving me some spirits. That's just setting up for a challenge that's going to be later on. It saves like half a second or something. But yeah, so the big idea of what I'm trying to do with this run is I want to complete this here board. Not this board. This one. I've got a bunch of challenges that I need to do throughout Classic mode, and as I beat them, it will fill in these little pictures. And happy days. But yeah, that's about all the run description that we need. So time starts in about 3, 2, 1, go. So first thing I want to do is set my controls. I don't normally do this in a run, but stick jump is a little annoying to deal with for me, so do that and that. And yeah, so we get right into it. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to beat a classic mode at 9.9. And the quickest one that we can do that with right now is Link. Yeah, so don't have to start all the way at 5.0. 3.8 is pretty nice to begin with. And we have such precision gameplay as holding F smash and then hitting them. And that's pretty much its run. We just try and find ways just to connect the hardest hitting moves as possible. It's not like competitive Smash where you're dealing little bits of damage to try and get kill confirms. You just want to hit them hard and hit them fast. So yeah, so a lot of flicking the C-stick and mashing the face buttons throughout the time. So we saw the precision gameplay from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and now we're just going to see the monkey at the controller gameplay. So I mash on the controller between these transitions. Number one, it's very quick, just to like hit the A button and then move on, but also it gives my hands something to do. I get very bored very quickly. Okay. So Dark Samus here can be a little annoying. And that worked out. That normally goes a lot scarier, but thankfully she cooperated with me. And now we've got Ganondorf. Ganondorf just likes to press buttons. He's a very angry man. So I can't just run away from him because he can just do stuff like that. Damn, that went smoothly. Yeah, this run is... This part of the run is like pretty sketch. Dark Link here, he also likes to hit buttons. And I like to drop shield apparently.
Ara, you may have mentioned it before, but is there any reason you choose to start with Link rather than any other character?
Yeah, so number one, of all the characters that we have access to right now, he has the fastest 9.9 run. Current record is about 2 minutes and 55 seconds. which is substantially faster than anyone else that we have access to right now. But also an added side effect is right after we finish with Link, because you only start with like the base 8 characters from the original Nintendo 64 Super Smash Bros. But for every character that you play with Classic Mode, they've got their own little unlock tree. And the next character in line for Link is King K. Rool. And we need King K. Rool. We need to get to the end of his bonus game in under, I think, 45 seconds. I think that's what the challenge is. So yeah, we instantly get King K. Rool after doing this. And yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on 2 separate things at the same time, so I'm just trying to make sure that I've, like I said, what I wanted to do there. But yeah, basically we'll unlock King K. Rool so that way we can do his challenge. And yeah, just like very convenient for the unlock tree. Anyway, that's Ganon. So now I'm just going to work through the credits. I'm just going to be shooting the names of the good people that worked on this game, so yeah, floor's all yours, Boris.
Fantastic, and we do have some donations to read, so we'll start out with $10 from Anonymous. That run was amazing, referencing the previous Mike Tyson run. What the hell? Blindfolded was deemed impossible years ago by Sinister, so doing it with one hand as well is absolutely nuts. Runner's choice for incentive, and I have reached out to Pat, who's confirmed he's happy to go toward the Jack and Daxter Glitch Exhibition. So an extra $10 toward that one there. We also have a $120 donation from M, who says, "My work tips, staff job, double the money." Thank you so much for that donation. Just a reminder, we do have some really cool incentives that these donations can go toward. The one coming up next is the Phonics Racing Adventure. That comes up just after this next run. We go to Beyblade and then into Phonics Racing. It has $380 left, so very steep climb, but I reckon we can do it if we all pull together. We also have a lot of Pokemon names. The one coming up next will be the Let's Go Pikachu. Currently, Hector is still leading at 226 with Dark Horse Melvin Dew at 57.
I'm holding out for Melvin Dew. I believe he can do it.
All it takes is one very generous donation to get Melvin Dew over Hector. But we have seen a few repeats from Hector over this the course of this marathon already. So we may see a return to form.
I'm rooting for the underdog. So, I only need to be, like, shooting these people's names until I get to 1.4 million on the score, and that's that challenge done. So now we get to go into the character unlock fight for Mr. King K. Rool. And hopefully it should be nice. He likes to just run into the center of the platform and then go for an up B and just waste time. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to be doing that. There we are. That's King K. Rool. So now we're here at the challenge board. That's that little challenge I was setting up earlier. That just saved something like half a second, a little bit less than that. But yeah, now we're on to King K. Rool. For the rest of these, we're just going to be starting at 0.0, just because it's far quicker to make it through these rounds at lower intensity. Yeah. So another challenge that I'm working towards with King K. Rool at the moment is I need to KO 20 Pokemon. And the first Pokemon that I KO is Charizard. That was being unfair. I missed that. There we go. So Charizard was Pokemon number 1. So I've got 19 left. That's going to come along very quickly. King K. Rool's classic mode is ostensibly just we use dash attack, and that's all that we really need from him at this stage. Sometimes we use forward air, but in a lot of cases, dash attack suffices. Someone in chat asked if we're able to use DLC characters. Yes, we are. We abuse DLC characters for the later half of this run, so don't you worry about that. Alright. Roll it behind me. Alright, Donkey Kong can give me problems, so hopefully he's nice. He was very nice. Excellent. Love to see it. Okay, now we're on to the bonus game that I was talking about. I just need to get to the end of this without dying in under 45 seconds. I can normally get it done in about 31, but we'll see how we go.
Would this be a good time for a donation?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fantastic. We have a $100 donation from Paul, who says, Ara is a cool dude, and he goes fast.
Thank you very much.
Now, something I have noticed about the two you've done, or the two modes you've done already, is that they both seem very different to each other. Are they themed runs?
Yeah. So in this game, like from Melee to Smash 4, Classic mode was... We just quit out there. Classic mode was just a kind of random affair. But for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, everyone has their own Classic mode, and they're all based on the games that these characters come from. It's very cool. The ILs for this game are honestly super cool. They're pretty much all held... Records are all held by Jay at the moment. He's very good at this game, but I would highly recommend, if anyone wanted to give this game a go at speedrunning, running the ILs are really good. Anyway, I've set up for co-op mode here. That's just mainly because I get an extra Pokemon. So, I've just taunted there. So the way co-op mode works for classic mode runs, for most of them anyway, you get an extra opponent. So a lot of 1v1s become 2v2s, just to make it a little more even for the CPU. And what that means is I get an extra Pokemon trainer when I fight them for round 1. And that's pretty much the reason why we went with co-op here. We kind of abuse co-op for this portion of the run. There are another 3 characters I use co-op for. But yeah, so this is Pika. We're working entirely towards the KO 20 Pokemon goal. We're working, towards the KO 20 Pokemon goal. And Pika's run is very top-heavy with the amount of Pokemon. Like you see, I fight 2 Pokemon trainers here. In the next round, I fight 6 Jigglypuff. So... yeah, it's just easier just to reset the run. Once you get past that halfway point and just like start again, like it's just so much quicker. Just because you've got 6 Jigglypuff round 2. So yeah. And anyway, we picked Samus here just because Samus does really well for Pikachu's classic mode. She just gets like a lot of really quick kills with her up throw. And also screw attack. But yeah, anyway, we are done with Pikachu's part of the run. And there's that. So now we move on to Violet, and we also pick Donkey Kong here. And that will become very apparent very quickly. So we picked Violet because there's a challenge for KOing 20 Fire Emblem characters, and Violet exclusively fights Fire Emblem characters. And I didn't mean to dash attack there, but that's fine. Another train wreck of round 1, but it's okay. So, this is the main reason why we choose Donkey Kong. His cargo carry, we can just carry everyone into the blast zone and just happy days. Just Roy's just standing there minding his own business, and then a giant gorilla just comes up, picks him off, and then just throws him off the stage. Doesn't even throw him, just carries him. Mess that up there, it's okay. Now we're onto the multi-man, so we can't just like grab people and then throw them off. It's not that quick to do it, so instead, another reason why we use Donkey Kong, we can just side B and then down B, and that just deletes these guys. Just big gorilla just doing his thing. It's great. It's fantastic. I love this monkey so much. He's got a winning smile, and I love him. Then we do a grounded up B here to carry Corrin off. That one didn't get involved, but we can just grab him and walk him off the side. But yeah, so there's really not much else going on here that I haven't explained before, so if you got anything that you want to talk about, Boris?
No donation at this stage, but I can give a quick reminder of who we are and what we're doing. We are a group of speedrunners from Australia who are raising money for charity. And in this event we're doing Beyond Blue, a charity working to raise the awareness of mental health issues and reduce the stigma around these issues and help people achieve their best possible mental health. Remember, you can donate at donate.speedruns.com or !donate in the chat.
Alright, so we're going to see our first, our first death abuse here. You see that for the other rounds we've just been quitting out from the start menu, but here I ran off the stage, and the reason for doing that is when you quit out from the start menu, everything that happens in that round just gets immediately discarded. So if you do something in that round that you want to save, you have to self-destruct and exit from that menu. But otherwise it's just faster to quit out from the start menu. And what I got there, the reason why I wanted to SD rather than quit out, was because I need to fight 8 team fights, and the boss fight for Byleth is a team fight. But we don't actually want to go through and complete it, because that's really slow to do. Like, finishing a lot of these runs adds an extra minute. So we want to finish as few classic modes as possible. So we just run off the side of the stage, and that counts a team fight. Had I quit out, wouldn't count team fight. Okay. Ike is moving on me. And we didn't die this time. And just pick up and carry him off the sledge.
I know in this run you do use what's called a gold ticket. Have you used one of those at this stage?
Yes. I've used 3 of them. There's just a challenge for using up 3 in total. You can either use them to save the level of intensity that you're at, like... where can I show it? Where can I easily show it? I'll show it off in Joker just to, like, show you what happens. But I'm just gonna quit out here because I just needed that one Corrin. So yeah, in the next round I'll show you what happens when you don't use a ticket versus what happens when you use a ticket. When you use it at this menu here, it just gives you extra items when you complete the run. So I'll self-destruct with this guy here. So if I don't use a ticket, it drains gold, and then my intensity drops by 0.7. But if I do use a ticket, and I wasn't at 0.0, my intensity would stay at the same rate. So that's just like the two uses that they have. Yeah, it's just kind of more of the same here with Joker. We just pick the big gorilla with the big gorilla arms. Pick up these guys and just walk off with them. That only really works well for the giant fights. For the other ones, we just kind of want to use, like, Donkey Kong's outright strength. Just to cop some quick KOs. So for these guys, I want to bury them with side B. I then want to down tilt them twice, if they'll cooperate. 3 times, sorry. And then I hit them with an up B, and that KOs them. Whereas Joker doesn't have that immediate KO potential. So that's why we're going here with Donkey Kong. They position themselves really nice. They're normally such a pain. This run has been going really smoothly. This is normally far more of a pest.
I think a lot of people might have this question, but how do these skills translate into online and multiplayer play, or are they purely just for classic?
No, your brain will absolutely rot if you try to play this game, speedrun it as well as play it competitively. It requires such a different skill set. Competitive play requires a lot more patience. Whereas speedrunning just requires so much, just absolutely mashing the sticks. Like, you hear my controller going a million miles a minute at all points in time. That's just not a good way to be playing this game competitively.
Going through a controller a week with that one.
It is rough. Anyway, here's the Banjo and Kazooie portion of the run. If you guys thought that Pikachu and Joker got absolutely shafted just by taking a backseat to Donkey Kong, I'll just let this part speak for itself. We are now done with the Banjo and Kazooie portion of the run. We were one team fight short, so we just needed to get that from Banjo and Kazooie. I don't need the S ticket. Yeah, so now we're on to Sephiroth portion. Sephiroth was such a huge changer for this run, because he has, like, this boss rush. And most of the time in the previous route, it was spent trying to unlock Simon Belmont, so that way you could fight Dracula. But Sephiroth ends up fighting Dracula in round 4, so suddenly we have instant access to this boss that has a... Yeah, we have instant access to this boss that has a challenge tied to him, instead of having to work through an unlock tree. So, Sephiroth saved about 5 minutes, I think? Yeah, such a huge time save for this. And we don't choose Sephiroth, like, we choose to run him solo instead of, co-op. 5, 6, 7. Sorry. Choose to run him solo instead of co-op, just because, to adjust for the difficulty change when you're running co-op, the boss's health, I think it's like 1.5 times the amount. So yeah, it's just way quicker just to run Sephiroth solo. Anyway, so this is Dracula. Only his top part can get hit. Now we've got the Cookie Monster, and we can hit him anywhere, so we go for that. That's a very quick Cookie Monster. I had the plan to like lay out what I'm doing there, but I just started and finished the boss that quickly. This run's been going very well. I'm very surprised about it. But anyway, now we're done with Sephiroth. So all that we have left to do is Kirby. So yeah, with Kirby, I just want to eat 5 pieces of food before I finish the run. So that's piece number 1. But yeah, the challenge is like to obtain 5 recovery items, like health recovery items, and then finish the classic mode. So I have to run Kirby to completion. I don't get to run scared like I have been doing. So, like, I have to run it to the end, but it's not too bad. Along the way, we fight 2 giants in, we just saw Yoshi. Then the next one is a giant warrior, and one of the challenges is to KO 5 giant fighters. We had a giant Ridley with Link, we had the giant Incineroar with Joker and the giant Kirby, and now we've got the 2 final giants, and so Kirby really ties this run out. I haven't been counting how much food I've been eating, but I think I'm at 4 pieces. Yep. I did not mean to side B there. That's okay. We got him. He's a little tricky. King K. Rool is a tricky guy. Yeah, so once I SD on this bonus stage, I get to fight Marks. You may not have noticed it with Sephiroth, because I had a really good Marks with Sephiroth. Like, I had as good as you can get. Marks is terrible. He is a terrible boss. He is easily the worst boss in this game to have to be running against. And the main reason is because, like, he teleports all around the place, and he does stuff like this where you just can't hit him. He just disappears and you can't hit him. Dang it. Try to finish it off the style there. Yeah, that's the Kirby part. Wow, this... I can't explain just, like, how poorly my past, like, practice runs leading up to this have gone. But I expected to have so much more trouble with this. That's why the estimate is so much higher. I feel I've forgotten something. I hope I've forgotten something, then I get to actually pad out the run a bit more, but... Yep, and so now, yeah, we've got a character unlock here. We don't need Ness, so we can just quit out. So now we've got 4 challenges left, and we've got these 4 hammers that automatically beat them. The main reason why we don't go for these challenges is because they require character unlocks that are really far down other characters' unlock trees, and that would just like make this run so much padding, and that's time there. So yeah, we just skip over these challenges just because like we have to unlock Snake, Greninja, Mega Man, and Palutena, and then finish their classic modes, and they're all pretty late in their respective trees. But yeah, that is all challenges classic mode. That is That was done shockingly well for how poorly it's been going, and I'm very, very chuffed that I've gotten this in the marathon.
Well done with such an incredible run. Alright, do you have anything you wanted to shout out? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything to plug?
Love to shout out the Smash speedrunning scene, like not just for this game, but like all Smash games. Absolutely incredible runners there. I love them all so much. I've got a couple in chat right now, and that's really cool. But yeah, you can come check us out. We have a Discord, like if you just look on speedrun.com and any Smash game, we do have our Discords all up there. Come hang out, we have a really good time. And yeah, I think that's all I needed to bring up.
Fantastic. An amazing run from a very, very talented player. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Cool. Next up, we have Beyblade Let It Rip by Raikou, 80% category. We'll see how that goes. Coming up next on ASM 2021.